mic on. Alright, what's going on YouTube? This is quick with my boy. What's that nigga's name? King. I have the Heat. He has the... I'm just... Continue, bro. Can't continue. I'm just waiting. Is he watching? I think he's watching. Alright.
And here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the pivot, manning the middle. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
Wade with it, picked up by Thompson. Wade drives in, and the rejection by Love. Shot clock at 6. Good ball movement here by Miami. And again, it's the Heat missing.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Now, here's Whiteside. Thompson with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
That doesn't go in either for Irving. And stolen by LeBron. And Whiteside sends it back. But they'll get another chance. Near the three-point line, it's Love. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Dragic with a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target. Dragic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And despite getting Hassan Whiteside as a rebounding force last year, the Heat really struggled on the boards. The rest of the team just didn't pull their weight in terms of defending the glass.
Now, here's Wade after LeBron James's miss. Wade kicks to Dragic. Back to Wade. No good. That would have tied it.
This is honestly a joke.
And the Heat did struggle with rebounding at times last year. Greg, you're right, bottom 10 in a lot of the rebounding categories last season. Clark, you got an appreciation for that, and they didn't have it.
Yeah, and you know what? They were pretty good when they did hit the glass, though. 20 and 10 when they out-rebounded their opponents.
And Chris Bosh with the slam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Bro, what am I? I'm shooting 33%.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving.
Shout out to Cloud Guard, LA.
Talking about the strength of LeBron now, we saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
There's the pick. He dishes it to Fry. He feeds it to Shumpert. LeBron up top. Stoudemire grabs the miss.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Richardson, no luck.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Now here's James. He's guarded closely. And it's Miami with the rebound. 27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Tries to save it. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Johnson outside. Clock at 6. Shot from the wing. Kicks it out to Richardson. There's Winslow. And released it in time, and still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers ahead, leading by just one. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. Iman Shumpert is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Fry in at the 5 down low. Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Heat. And for Goran Dragic, so incredibly efficient on the offensive end over the last couple of years, whether with Phoenix or Miami, he's really upped his game.
You know, Kevin, it took him a few years to kind of get comfortable in the NBA, much like the great Steve Nash, who had his struggles early in his career. Now the game is kind of slowed down for him. He's not forcing as much, and it has certainly paid off.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Bosh. And stolen by Fry. Shumpert passes to Smith. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And a wide open look for Irving. Thompson dishes to Shumpert. Love wide open. He fires. Trains the three-pointer. Now it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
You know, steadying themselves. After a tough start, they're back on track.
And the Heat call time here.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Here's Winslow. Good.
How can you stop that? With the crossover that quick, that lightning quick, a defender has to be almost superhuman to stay in front of that.
Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, and you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Richardson. Irving against Johnson. Now, here is Irving. He started closer. And they're able to recover. And here's Love for 3. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Here's Green. Following the basket by Kevin Love. Richardson kicks to Winslow. Back to Richardson. Stoudemire in the post. He's covered by Thompson.
Oh my God, make that.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the Heat with some changes. Johnson comes in for Green. And it's Dragic in for Tyler Johnson. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. James checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. Now here's Winslow. Right side, Dragic. The 3. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
The Heat making a switch here. Nick Roberts is checked in. Mozgov passes to Fry. LeBron outside. Irving attacking. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Richardson, no luck.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Johnson with the block. No good. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
What a great game for Love in this one. He's got 11 points and 2 blocks. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. And it's Dang in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he had.
Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Irving against Dragic. Irving with the steal. Here's LeBron. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation. Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
Here's James after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. No good from Irving.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Dragic against Irving. Dragic dishes the box. Over Love. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. He had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
It's stolen by Dragic. Wade up top. He's covered by Thompson. Wade kicks to Bosh. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Now here's Love. After Dwayne Wade's miss. It's stolen by Dang. Pass break. Here we go. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Bosh. Wade's got his second basket of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Hey, guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone, and I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
Offensive rebound. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there. Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Dragic again, serving. Just 5 on the clock. Dragic gets the bucket.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Irving passes to Love. Thompson sets the pick for Love. Off the pick. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Heat lead by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The Heat with the lead. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Channing Frye out there with Mozgov. And it's Dellavedova in at the 1. Here's Wade. And the layup's good off the glass. Wade's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Heat. LeBron drives in. The rebound by McRoberts.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Winslow dishes to Richardson. Here's McRoberts. That is good. And now a 6-point Heat lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Smith from deep 3-point range.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
I agree with you. I mean, and now that we're moving deeper into the fourth, it's really the point where they add a few more points to the lead, and I think they can put this thing away and consider it over.
Just 5 on the clock. Richardson for 3. That's good.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
They get the rebound. Smith. And Wade sends it back. Now, here's Fry. He's covered closely. Inside. And James throws it down.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Timeout called the Heat. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Irving double team. And here's Fry for three. And yes, sir, that one drops. And now just a 3-point Heat lead.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
Outside Dragic. And it's going to be a goaltending call here. So they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Got a piece of it. LeBron left side. Pass to Richardson.
Why? Okay.
To the inside. Here's Irving. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
And stolen by LeBron. Count that one. Now just a 3-point Heat lead.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Here's Whiteside. Count.
I hope he didn't hurt his neck because that was one nasty, nasty head fake.
Well, the defender bought that move, hook, line, and sinker.
The whole thing. He may have given him a little pat on the back as he went sailing by.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
It's Dragic with the drive. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
It's stolen by Johnson. And the pass to Dragic.
Dagger.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep. And it's Miami with the rebound. Johnson attacking. Shot is no good.
Far hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
And so it's Miami winning this one. It was up for grabs right until...
Alright, Dragic putting in work. Chris Bosh putting in work. D. Wade. All around solid effort from everybody. Alright, that's gonna do what all you do. It's been your boy. Quick, easy double, my nigga. On my nigga. Alright, peace out.